Okay, so it's a video on how to do a raised garden bed using a 55-gallon drum and some wood. I've gone ahead and I've already cut the drum in half. You can find how to do that on YouTube, but basically it would be just cut it at the seam all the way around it. You can mark it with a marker. It's easy to follow. You can use a regular saw, hand saw, electric hand saw, and that works. And then I've got a list here of the tools and everything that I've used. And go ahead and I'll have you pan in on this now, please. So if you can see the list, I don't know if you can see it or not, but basically what you're going to need is you're going to need a saw. I used a miter saw, which is what I have my list on. I'm using a drill, electric drill, with I'm going to be using a bit for my pilot holes, a bit for Phillips head screwdrivers, and a 3/8 bit to drill the holes in the bottom of the 55-gallon drum once it's together. I've used treated 2x4s, and I've already built 3. This is my 4th one, so I actually ran out of the treated wood. I'm using a 2x3 for my centerpiece support, but if you just cut your pieces 23.5 inches for the ends, there's 6 of them. I did 36 inches long for my legs just to bring them up to about hip level. I got 2 45-inch long ones for the sides, and then I have the one for, it's 34.5 inches for the center brace to hold the drum up. And then I've got 2 of them that I'm using. They're just short ones for the spacers that I'm going to need on one end of my my garden bed. So I'm going to go ahead and start building it, and hopefully it goes well. So you can cut it off.
Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sides together with one of the end braces. And what I've done to make it easier is I'm putting this up on a table. So I'm just actually going to drill my pilot holes and put the outside piece of wood will go to the outside, and of course my end pieces are going to go to the inside of the side wood. So I'm going to shut it off. So here's the frame. All I'm going to do is set it over the drum. Now I can take my other end pieces that are going to go inside, and I'm just going to place them and these are actually just, I found after the first one I built that the legs weren't supported very well, so I wanted my legs supported better. So what I've done is I got these spacers because I didn't really want to waste a lot of wood, and the spacers were extra, and they made it easier for me. So I just put my legs in, stand them up, get them ready so I know where I need them to be at. I'm going to do the same thing on both ends. What you're going to want to do is, you'll find right now that it's going to be real tight. It's going to be a tight fit, but you want it to be a tight fit. So I just kind of wiggle the legs in, and then I'll take them back out and screw them all together and slide them back in again. So I'll pause it and get to the next part, and it should be good to go.
Okay.
So what I've done is I've used shorter screws for the spacers. Now I'm going to put this leg piece on. I'm going to use the long screws again. This is just, I like to make sure they're supported really well. So I wanted to show you that. And I've only put opposite holes to put screws in so that I can actually put 2 more screws in here and keep it all together, and then I'll do more screws when I get it into the actual frame. So, okay. So here's the leg pieces I put together with the spacers. The only reason I got the spacers on here is because of the length of the barrel itself. To make sure it fits right and everything's tight, I had to do that. I've gone ahead and used the center brace so I could brace up and get ready to put on my other end of my legs, which doesn't have a spacer in it. I'm just putting another support on the inside, and I'll use screws inside and outside to keep it all together, as well as to suck in the sides. So just about done with the actual frame. I'm going to flip it around and put the other supports. These supports will actually go on the legs down to where the barrel will sit right on the center support, and that center support will keep that barrel from falling through, even though we're going to screw it in on the top end. So just about done.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the frame with the legs on it. All done with that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to toss the barrel in, which should be tight. I suggest putting the end, this top end in first, because then you can use your foot and kind of mash the bottom end. But you want it tight so that it won't come back out. And there it is. It's in. Okay. And what you want to do next is the last cross sections are for your center support piece, which I usually would use a 2x4, but like I said, I ran out of the 2x4 treated wood, so I'm using a 2x3 just to get it done, so I can be done with it. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and put the ends on, and then we'll turn it back on, and it should be good to go to tie in the barrel to the top end. Okay? All right. And there we go. Center brace is in. The legs are they're very sturdy. It's not going to fall apart. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put screws in the sides here, in the back end, and a couple of them up here to kind of suck it up into the wood. I'm going to drill about 8 holes in the center for the water to drain out the bottom. And I'm going to put some weed barrier down below, and then rocks. I just put 1 bag of rocks, and this will actually take two bags of soil. I use the organic soil, and it should reach, almost to the top of the barrel, and you should be good to go. So I'll go ahead and show you the finished product here in just a few.